So how has the raw hype been going?
Don't ask, man. Hey, yo. Don't ask. Yo. Don't ask.
And action.
I ain't no killer, but don't push me. I vote for Kamala if that y'all to give me pussy. Look, man. It's your boy, HYPE, man.
It's your boy Rebel, man, and this is exactly how you don't get monetized in the first 60 seconds of a video.
Bro, I'm at work
And this
right now.
is
The raw hype,
the
baby.
raw hype. Back for another confusing week of that.
Look, man, I'm on the clock, baby. I got 2 jobs at one time, but you know.
This nigga is a different beast, man. That boy a different guy.
You know, so y'all see me looking over my shoulders because them crackers is watching. And I don't mean like in the feds way. I mean like I'm literally at work,
HR.
baby. I mean upper management is what I'm referring to. This nigga said HR. But
I'm be like, so I see you've been recording your little thing there. I'm logged in. I can see you here.
Well, that's how we're gonna go viral, man.
That shit like on Shaq. That nigga Shaq will wait till his season start to go get surgery. He's like, yeah, I gotta get better on company time.
Enjoy my soul, goddammit. All right, man. So last night was the presidential debate between I've seen, if you say her name as comma, like a comma, and then la, that's how it's pronounced. Kamala. I've been calling her Kamala. You feel me?
Yes, you have. Like the Ugandan prince.
I was thinking of a wrestler.
That's what it is. I think he's called the Ugandan prince. Right?
That I don't know. Shout out X-Pac. But I was thinking,
joke, man.
But I was thinking, yeah, I was trying to watch the debate, man, and I was just bored, bro. I felt like an idiot watching this. I was like, why do I care about what these two people are talking about? Like, they're talking about like abortions and shit. And I was just like, I feel like abortions are like the least of my problems. I feel like these are the least of my problems. And then they start talking about who be having the most people at their rallies. And I was like, all right, bro. I'm 12, 13 minutes in. I'm out, bro. I can't watch this kind of stuff, man.
And that's why I ain't even. I'm talking about I ain't even looked at nothing that got to do it. The most I seen about that is what other people were saying about that. Right. And what you just said upsetted me. Like, what the fuck are y'all up there bragging about your attendance and fucking abortion while niggas out here with 3 jobs? Niggas gotta do his internet job doing his real job. Hey, you about fucking abortions, nigga? Ain't nobody fucking out here.
You know how to be talking about, I met a war veteran in a wheelchair. And he looked me in my eyes and he said, your policies are what kept me alive. They need to tell my story. I know a nigga had 2 jobs at the same time and had to record a podcast on the clock, goddammit, just to make ends meet.
Exactly, just to make ends meet. And these niggas out here talking about, well, you know, abortions are still illegal in 17 states. It's like, man, why is it, man? Hey, here's the fix. Leave people the fuck alone. Now, how do we fix the economy?
Instead of telling people what to do, help them. If they decide to get rid of the kid, help them. If they decide to raise the kid, help them.
If you want them to keep the kid to raise, they're gonna need money. Right. And in this economy, if they don't got time to have 3 jobs, they can't have no kid.
If you want them to get rid of the kid, they're going to need money. See, you go in there and say, look, man, I need you to hook me up. $400. Well, I know from experience, $3.99. Wait, I forgot the price, man. I said it one time.
It's $500.
Yeah, it's about $500. But my whole point is,
no.
If you don't got the $500, your ass going to full term. So you need money either way. So it's like, man, y'all ain't talking about giving us no bread. Y'all ain't talking about helping us out. Y'all up to talk about each other and shit.
Man, let's get real quick. Ooh. This shit is all a ploy to put people in jail. I like it, right? It's all a ploy to put people in jail. Because, hey, I'm too broke and too whatever to be able to afford this kid. You make me have the kid. Then when I can't take care of the kid, you take my driver's license. And then when I can't go work or do anything with the driver's license, you put me in jail. And in order to get out, I got to pay money that I didn't have, that I now have less of because I've been in jail. It's like,
exactly.
And
And stuff costs money, and it's, my good friend Jesus Christ, he gave us something to do that's real fun, that's free. It's called sex, okay?
no, Jesus Christ is coming for his cut every Sunday. Even Jesus
no.
Christ want money.
Nah, bro.
Continue.
That ain't, Jesus don't want that money. Pastor want that money.
Pastor coming to you in the name of the Lord. That nigga say, Jesus hit me on the main line, and he told me to tell you that you...
If you want these blessings, I got to be paid. But listen, man, only thing to do for broke people that's fun and free is sex. And sex leads to children. Now, Jesus, I don't know why you did that one. That don't make no sense. We didn't cover that. Boy. Yeah, that don't make no sense. Why don't sex lead to money? Instead of getting pregnant, why don't a bunch of money come out of that bitch and now? But
ATM, IRA, you deposit some dick, and in a short few days a week,
yeah, something useful, gasoline, ribs, motherfucking toilet paper, shit, something
useful, gasoline, ribs. Hey, we was just talking about Mike Epps before we start recording. That sounds like a Mike Epps line right there.
Listen to me, man. We was talking about Mike Epps before we recorded, and I was talking about how Mike Epps said the next Friday, that nigga said Cupcake got a new Twinkie coming down. It's a bad motherfucker, right? So then we went on a rant about how we don't believe that somebody wrote that down. We just believe that Mike Epps came up with that off of the dome, right? And I said, man, if you really think about like some off of the dome shit, I said, man, that might be like the funniest thing I ever heard. And I said, and the reason it's so funny, because if you break it down, it's like Cupcake is like something that you can make. It's like a dish. You know what I'm saying? And then like Twinkie is like a brand. Company. So it's like, how does Cupcake have a new Twinkie coming out? Like, what does that even mean? You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, that's such a funny thing to say. And saying that make me feel like he came up with it off the dome. And then you say, oh no, man. And then your comparison was
when he was talking all about the Benjamins, when he was in the gas station or the corner store talking to Mr. Dwight. Who's Dwight? Dwight around your lip. Sucking the motherfucking the lottery ticket.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody wrote that down on a piece of paper, bro. Nobody wrote that down on a piece of paper.
And I don't even think he did that, and they say that's funny, do it again. I think he just did that. And they're
for
like,
sure.
Did you get it? We're like, got it. It's like,
yeah, I completely agree with that. I feel like he just made that shit up. But it's like, either way, I feel like his name was thrown in the hat of maybe the funniest shit I've ever heard for somebody to make it up off the fly and record it. The only proof we have that he made it up on the fly is because there's no other way to do this, bro.
Exactly. When you know, like, comedic things, like I just said, I just did it. When that man said something useful, gasoline, ribs. Who puts ribs on a list of useful things?
Right. And yes. And if you wrote that down, you would think, man, that ain't funny. I ain't finna write that shit down.
Who wrote this down? You hear me say it first.
Yeah.
Ribs. You're gonna say it.
Nah. Play that Charlamagne clip. That nigga said, nah, that ain't it, cuz.
That ain't it.
That nigga did my nigga MGK wrong, bruh. That nigga MGK spit a verse. That nigga Charlamagne said, nah, that ain't it, man. I was like, damn. That hurt me, man.
But listen, man, in closing, who you voting for?
I truly don't know, bruh.
Exactly.
I feel like that I'm one of those people that's a normal person that says, I don't know a lot about politics, and at some point, one of them is going to do or say something to make me say, I'm voting for that person. And I felt that way last time, and I voted for no one. And then I felt that way the time before that, and I voted for the independent guy. So I keep falling for this trick and saying, one of them is going to win me over. And they never do, I don't vote for none of them. I'm not going to just go vote for somebody, bro. I'm going to vote because recreational marijuana is on the ballot, so I know I'm going to vote. So I feel like at that point, I'm going to vote for someone for president, but I can say I swear to God I don't have a clue.
I mean, you're already there. It's the least you could do.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
No, with me, anytime you live in the South and you talk to these wonderful Southern people down here, um, they always go find some way, somehow to turn the conversation about why you need to vote for Trump. Right? I was with this client the other day, yesterday, over in what I like to call Crackersville.
Sounds like a great place.
Oh my goodness. It's so great that every time I leave one of the clients over there, their first words is always, be careful out here now. And they say it in like, it feels like a warning to me. Like, hey,
they're like, watch
everybody
it, nigga.
ain't as nice to your kind like I am. So watch it. Like,
you seem like one of the good ones.
Like what that dude was? What's the dude, man? You said the story.
The dude from that documentary I was watching about the niggas in Jackson, Mississippi. I need to send you that one. You need to watch that, by the way, the dog.
No, but yes, right? So I'm over there and he's like, man, would be nice to have some money in your pocket, ain't it? And I was like, yo, absolutely, man. I'm out here working far too hard to just be able to do the same things I used to do before. He's like, yeah, it's because of Joe Biden. And I go, oh, shit. I thought this man about to tell me like a hustle or just something to figure out to put some money in my pocket.
Thought that nigga for the chuck me a 20 or something.
That nigga's like, oh, well, you know, it's Joe Biden's fault why you're broke. And then he's like, remember with Trump? You had money then, right? And what can I say? What can I say?
The truth?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. He's like, exactly. That's why we need to get that woman out of there. I was like, she's not even the president. And they talking like, yo, get her the fuck up out of here. But agreeing with you, whomever willing to put money back in my pocket, they got my vote. I'm sorry, ladies and everybody else. I don't give a fuck about abortion or what they got going on. That's not a concern of mine at this age and stage of my life. What is a concern is that a nigga needs some money. So if you are the president and you wanting my vote, tell me and show me how you gonna give me money. Don't tell me, oh, we're gonna open up new jobs in the sector. Fuck working, nigga. I didn't work hard enough. I'm working extra hard because of you niggas now. I need a check.
I want to be giving somebody. I want somebody to walk on that stage and say, hey, after you elect me, when you get your check, it's going to have all the money in there. We ain't finna take none of the money out of your check. It's your gross and your net finna be the same. Okay, I vote for that person.
It's like a signing bonus. Nigga, I vote for you, I get a check.
Even if they say only for a year, you ain't going to get Okay. I mean, like, hey, y'all niggas don't offer me nothing that have to do with me. Like, when it comes to women and abortion, it's like, hey, I feel like y'all should be able to do whatever the fuck you want, right? I'm the Dave Chappelle stance. You should be able to do whatever you want, but I should be able to abandon them. That's all I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying? That's simple. I feel like that's fair. And like, people look at it like Dave Chappelle, like, he's so funny. And I'm like, no, he's being serious and I'm being serious. You can do what you want, but I should be able to do what I want.
Simple. Because it's so easy for a man to not do what he want and go to jail. Like, a woman got to damn near murder her kid to go to jail.
No doubt.
And then that one bitch who did murder her kid didn't go to jail.
I swear, that bitch was in the club and shit. Like,
what you doing here? Don't you got a kid? Not anymore.
You know Gypsy Rose?
I know that name. That's that girl whose mother was like right, okay, yes, I know. Go ahead.
So she get her boyfriend to murder her mama, right? The boyfriend get life in prison forever, right? And then she go to prison and she like, oh yeah, I don't fuck with him no more. So she don't fuck with him no more. So then she come out, she get a new boyfriend or whatever. They met in jail or whatever. And then she on social media, she didn't like blew up or whatever when she get out of jail. So then they like leaked the pictures of like when her mama was murdered, right? And then everybody like outraged. They're like, I can't believe y'all are supporting her. I can't believe y'all are supporting her. Have y'all not seen them pictures? I was like, what y'all expecting her murdered mother to look like?
You didn't think she was dead till you seen the pictures?
I'm like, when a woman do something, y'all just act like this dude who literally was coerced into murdering her mom. He's in prison for life. Nobody feels sorry for this guy.
At all. And it's her fault. Because I feel like if she had murdered her mom, she wouldn't get life in prison.
Exactly.
him murdering her mom makes it a murder.
Exactly. Yes. She did murder her mom to me.
She just put the hit out. But my point is, this is an example of them motherfuckers just get away with anything, man.
Yes.
She put that man in jail only to say, I don't fuck with that nigga no more.
Right. How you gonna fuck with me?
What and you in here for? Love.
She be on live, and every time somebody mention him, she talk bad about him.
See what I'm saying, man? They keep playing back into my theory of why you shouldn't sacrifice your life for anyone else, man. Because these birds...
Especially not a woman.
No, but that's kind of what I meant. That's kind of what I meant. I didn't mean your loved ones or anything. I mean like a woman. Because the world tells you should jump in front of bullets for women and shit. And it's like, man, only for them to say they don't fuck with me?
Bruh, and on top of that, if that's the standard, then the women can't even appreciate it. She'll be like, oh my God, thank God he jumped in front of a bullet. But she'll be like, that's a real man. Thanks to that real man, I'm still here. And I'm like, what?
That nigga in jail forever, and I don't fuck with him. Like, why would you even say that out loud? Like, even in a situation that I could have done something, which I don't see how I could ever do anything that would make you not fuck with me when I killed your mama for you. And I'm in jail and not you.
Right.
You out there with niggas.
And her mother was treating her poorly.
Which is why I say she could have killed her and gotten away with it. Because your mother was like legitimately harming you for most of your life. Anybody would say psychologically you were fucked up, man.
Yeah, she was like telling this kid that she was like 7 when she was like 15.
See what I'm saying?
She like going around thinking she's 7.
Shit. And then wasn't she like giving her medication and shit?
Yeah, to make her have diseases that she ain't even had.
Exactly.
That bitch got a free house and shit out of it.
That's why you need abortion. That's an example of why you need abortion. That mother clearly should not have had that kid. Yeah. I'm sorry. So when y'all up there on the stage arguing about fucking abortions and leaving people do things, all you're doing is facilitating more fucking gypsy rose mamas out in the world, leading to more gypsy roses, which leading to the nigga killing for love, and he in jail. A sick cycle that y'all are fucking the wheel just keep on spinning.
Listen, I want to disagree with that, how that connected, but that motherfucker look like puzzle pieces to me, goddammit. That motherfucker the best algebra equation I ever seen, bro. A plus B equals goddamn C. It's the truth, man. Bro.
Man, let's work on how we get money around here, man. Listen, I'm going to connect something else, right? I'm going to puzzleize something else, right? You know, one of my favorite phrases is money ruins everything.
Oh, my Lord, yes.
Because of money and the need for money, the want for money, and the greed and lust for money, people end up doing things that normally they wouldn't do, number one, or they shouldn't do. Recently, R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan.
Oh, Lord.
Rich Homie Quan, recently, the reports are that he died from what was a drug overdose, right?
Right.
In this day and age, drug overdoses to me sounds like tainted and fake drugs.
Always.
The reason people are tainting and faking drugs is so they can make the most money by doing and selling the least amount of product.
Yes.
So it's like that fighting urge to get money and the way people put money on this motherfucking pedestal leads to people doing shit that he was taking drugs for years. He probably thought, just like DMX, R.I.P., another one. They've been taking drugs so long that they're like, yo, I'm fine. I know it might look like a lot to y'all, but I do this. I'm fine. Pull me up another cup. Meanwhile, he don't know these motherfucking broke-ass motherfuckers is over here tainting and poisoning the sauce so they can get extra and beat this on the sale and try to sell it for a little bit less, and now a nigga dead doing something he thought he's fine doing.
Bruh, from a logical standpoint, bruh, like drugs had to be dope when they first came out, no pun intended. But they had to be dope. Like, think when you got like the people bringing like the first cocaine over here and they got pure cocaine and people trying, they say, man, that shit fire, bruh. Fire, bruh. And then some nigga like, man, I'm gonna buy it from him. Then I'm gonna put a little baking soda in there, mix it up. Nigga, this shit's so good, nigga. You sniff the coke and the baking soda, you gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? So no big deal. You know what I'm saying? And then niggas start putting a little bit of something else in there, a little bit of something else in there, a little bit of something else in there.
Broken, they start putting drywall in the damn thing.
And now they also like, what can we put in there? What can we put a little bit in there was a whole bunch of bullshit that'll get you high to make you think, oh yeah, these is real drugs. And it's like, yo, that little bit of kill somebody too. And it's like they either get high from it or it'll kill them. And it's just like, yo, this crazy. I've been saying for a minute, bro. Like I'd say if it's official now, bro, I would say 2020. I'm really saying 2010, but I'm gonna say 2020 officially, bro. Like drugs is done, bro. You can't even enjoy a good drug no more, man. Like no bullshit, bro. Like that's when you know you old. Like you can't even enjoy drugs.
Hey, drugs is now what they say it was then. You know, this is your brain on drugs.
Yeah.
Not so much.
Right.
Now I understand. Your brain is fried now.
I always talk to you about how shit evolved and the same stuff that happened to everybody else gonna happen to us. If you think about us and you think about what is something that an old person would say as we was coming up, it would be something like you can't even do drugs no more.
But don't do drugs.
Yes, exactly. We grew up on don't do drugs. And now we didn't grow up to now. You can't even do them no more. It's like, hey, I want to say don't do it because you can't even do them no more, bro.
Exactly. You can't even do them responsibly no more,
like, for real. And it's just like, yo, this whack.
I've never been a fan of drugs, and it's for, like, reasons like that. I don't like being in control, right? And when you take certain drugs, I done seen people, like, on the type of hard drugs that they just freeze while standing up and shit.
Right.
Nigga,
yeah, me too.
Like, if I got
How's
shit to do.
Fun?
How is that fun? I got shit to do. I'm like, walking, I'm like, oh shit, let me just pass out right here real fast. Hope nobody do nothing to me around me.
Let's say, me and you, we gonna keep it low key. I'm gonna just come to your crib. We gonna record the podcast towards the end. We gonna do some drugs, right? And then like we just sitting there froze up and shit for the rest of the night. I don't imagine us getting up tomorrow and being like, man, nigga, we was wilding last night, nigga. That shit was.
We was fucked up.
You know how we do.
But we're gonna be more like, hey, what happened last night?
Like for real. If you go and you kick it and you like smoke a little loud, and you know me, I don't drink like I used to. But even say, let's like say you have a little drink, you smoke a little loud, and you call it a day, bro. That's good as it's getting, bro.
And that's what it's always been. So I don't think that they ever thought that was drugs. So when they telling you don't do drugs, they literally mean don't do drugs. Yeah. They ain't mean don't do a little weed with a little yak or a little brown bottle or something. They mean don't do heroin.
Yeah, because you know me, like I don't fuck with drugs, but my mind fuck with drugs. You know what I'm saying? I'm interested in them. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm interested in them.
No, shut up. Say that again, please.
I don't fuck with drugs, but my mind fuck with drugs. Or is it the drugs fucking with my mind? No, but it's like this. It's like I always am fascinated by him. I fuck with him. I see him the whole nine. But I've tried some drugs. You know what I'm saying? But it's like there is no drugs that's not weed or alcohol that I've done 5 times. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, hey, I want to try this one time. Hey, I want to try this one time. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I fuck with it, but I don't fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? So like, in their world, I look like if you do drugs all the time, that's scary to me.
It's scary, yo. It almost seems like the overdoses are always on the way. Like,
oh yes, that's how I feel.
Every day, all day.
Yes. Like if we took a boys trip, it was like, nigga, we gonna go for 5 more years. We gonna do something, and then we oversee it. We say, hey man, let's do some drugs. I think we gambling, but I'd be like, all right, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like if I could do something every 5 years, I'll roll the dice. You know what I'm saying? But even now, like I said, I'm starting to really believe like this shit is done. Like I even told you, I said you won't see me doing no drugs. It's because I really do feel that way. I feel like this shit done.
I believe you, man.
Y'all niggas took the fun out of the shit.
It's why, man, I don't even like buying my weed from drug dealers anymore. It's because, like I always say, man, you might just kill me off of carelessness. Like you just bagged up some coke that you put sheetrock and a bit of glass in, and then I call for a fucking set.
Bro.
You
It's
bag
the
up my 7
truth.
grams with your little. You didn't even change your gloves, no sanitary, nothing, and I end up getting
swear.
a little spice weed. It's like, what the fuck is this?
It's the truth though, bro.
Feeling nigga that's frozen and shit. Like that
But
ain't what I bought.
but I feel that way about wherever, nigga. That's why I want to grow my own shit.
Nigga, physics.
Fuck the dispensary too,
But
man.
even the growing I don't like because now again I grew up St. Thomas, in the Caribbean, man. Man used to have fields and stuff with the weed there, and they would go, they would tend to it, they would go, they would cure it, take it out, all that type of shit. Now, it's all in glass, it's indoors, it has bright lights like this motherfucker here and all that. So it's like you're forcing the growth of this plant. Now,
You can grow a
granted,
bitch outside in Florida.
no. What I'm saying is like because of hydroponics, the progression of technology and shit that made it to where hey, you can make hydroponics. It's going to be a stronger,
Right.
all that type of shit. But I'm like,
Right.
man, this be the problem. Anytime
Yeah.
you do something to get high or anything, you always want to get higher. So now, even weed, I smoke a joint and I chill. Niggas be bringing shatter. My nigga Biggs be like, man, I put some keef in that. Let's put some fucking wax in that. I said, man, how high are you trying to get, sir? He's like, man, stressing. And that goes back to your president, man. Niggas is out here doing drugs, fake drugs, all in the name of stress to try to get some money and some Nigga, you glitching?
No, bro.
Oh.
You just preaching, bro. You just preaching, bro. You just
Niggas is out
preaching.
here doing shit to live a regular life, man, which leads to them dying.
Because weed is a drug for some people.
Exactly.
Like, because I be smoking on Snapchat and shit, I've had so many conversations where people say, oh, I know you're like addicted to weed or you're like a big pothead. And I say, I'm not. I say, if you come to me and you say, hey, what strand of weed is that? I said, I will never know. I go on that motherfucking website and I buy whichever pre-roll 70% off. You feel what I'm saying?
I be like, yo, hype, what you smoking loud?
Yeah, I have no idea. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell, when I used to beat a nigga with it, I would have to tell people as soon as I get it. I get it from him and say, hey, this is what he says it's called. Because I don't care. And it's like, if you cop your loud from me, this all I got anyway. So it's like, you buy your loud from me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm the opposite. You can ask me what I burned and I can tell you every single time.
Right.
I use it as medicine. I use my, my hybrids during the day and my sativas to help me sleep and kill my stresses at night.
See, for me, I like to smoke from time to time.
So whatever it
saying?
is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you even see me when I fasted recently. I didn't smoke the whole time. I'm not a nigga that have to smoke. I don't have to smoke. I don't have to drink. I don't have to take no pills. I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to watch TV. I don't have to play video games. I don't have to do nothing. People who have to do something need to go to therapy.
That's that addictive personality, which I dabble in. That's why I know how to curtail myself. Like, I feel like if I did drugs and I liked them, I would just do drugs.
See, not me. I just like them.
I got an addictive personality, man.
Yeah,
if
I don't.
like something, I OD on it for a short period of time, and then after
I'm only like that with gambling. I'm like that with gambling just because I'm obsessed with like money. And there's nothing in the world that makes me happier than free money.
You hear that, presidential candidate? You hear that?
I had to look over my shoulder, nigga job back there. But yes, presidential candidates, y'all hear that? That's the only thing that really truly make me happy besides like the love I have for the people I love. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I always say this, right? America is a business, right? And in any good business and successful business, one of the mottos is customer service, right? And I feel like when you're a company that offers good customer service to people, people ride for your company. People fucking tell other people to come and help and join your company. But when you treat people incorrectly and people complain that people don't fuck with you.
Even more
than they already do. Things they would overlook, they don't. America, United States, land that I love. Y'all gotta take a L or two for a few years to make the people happy. Because if the people happy, they will be better people. They will function better. They will do more, and then in turn, they will take more of your shit. But you can't beat niggas over the head every year, and then still want niggas. I heard that military recruits are down most than they ever been ever.
Of course.
Because what the fuck am I fighting for y'all for, man?
But the president should be saying, what we finna do is for all the people that join the military over this next 4 years, you gonna get this. You gonna get that. You gonna get this. You gonna get that. Y'all are asking for things and you don't have nothing in return. Because if I'm just a dumb person, right, and I see the Democrats and the Republicans arguing, okay? The Republicans were in office for 4 years, and then the Democrats were in office for 4 years. And no matter how you say it or how you want to spill it, shit wasn't just Gucci for neither one of them.
None of them. Some of them had a bright spot, but some of them bright spot is just the fact that they did the opposite of what the other person did. If it's too hot, the people who think it's too hot gonna complain. If you turn it down, the people who are so cold gonna say, hey, what you doing with the weather?
It's like, it's too hot. Let the Republicans in there. Them niggas turn the AC down to 60 for 4 years straight. Nigga coming like, nigga, it's freezing in here. Democrats get in there.
The first thing I'll do when I'm in office is crank this damn heat up.
We got people dying out there. They freezing to death. It's like, okay.
They start running campaigns. Anybody in your family froze over the last few years?
Well,
Don't vote for them. They plan on bringing the ice age last.
But it's the truth, man. It's like, where y'all not doing nothing. Yeah, y'all ain't doing nothing helpful. And the fact that people drink the Kool-Aid and all people like, if you vote for Kamala, you're an idiot. If you vote for Trump, you're an idiot. I'm like, man, if you care about any of this, you an idiot, man.
And you need to care
and it's
about
because don't none of this care about you. Them people on that stage last night, they don't give a fuck about us.
Not a damn. We not even people.
we votes.
Exactly. Well, how much showed up to your last rally?
Yeah.
Well, 500 more than yours. 500 what, guys?
But my whole thing is, look at it like this, right? If you was in their position, right? And if you walked up to either one of them and you said, I'm not voting for you, their immediate thought gonna be, well, fuck you then. Wouldn't it be yours? If you was in that position, it would be, that's a normal way to think, right? So it's basically, and the shit be about 50-50 every time anyway. So basically, off rip, whoever win was looking at half the country off rip, like, man, well, fuck you. It's because y'all are in a competition to where we are nothing but points.
That's all it is.
We 3-pointers, man. You know what I'm saying?
Again, these aren't people, man. It's like, well, the jobs are up 12%.
What does that mean to me?
What is that? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, niggas ain't in their job in their break room and shit, like what the numbers looking like. Man, shit. Unemployment down by 10%.
Oh, thank you.
We take that.
Yes.
Hey, aisle 3 needs some milk, nigga.
Right. Are me and you just idiots? Like, cause seriously, what does that mean to me?
It means nothing.
Like, I like, no bullshit. I like my job I have now enough that I hope that whoever the president for the next 4 years, I hope I work here and I make what I make now for the next 4 years and I'm doing the exact same or less work over the next 4 years. That's what I hope, okay? So let's say I do that. What the fuck do unemployment have to do with me? I've been working at the same place for 4 years. What the fuck do jobs being up have to do with me if I'm working at the same place for 4 years? Like, you would assume most people with a good job, like my nephew, that nigga done worked at the same company since he graduated. He 30. How the fuck do he care if jobs are up or if unemployment is up? Nigga, I work at the same place.
And unemployment don't even be giving you no money, man. They make that shit
you know me. I've never tried to get unemployment. I was just like, yo, I quit.
I did.
I'm out of here. Yeah, fuck y'all's unemployment. I'm out of here.
Y'all be taking that shit out of my mouth. Anytime you take from me, I need to be able to get from you to feel better about it.
Yeah, it's just for me is that it's because I got to do something. Once I didn't quit, I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to do nothing. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm finna get a whole bunch of money right now for doing something, I'm straight. I don't want to do nothing.
To what you were saying, right? Part of the problem is, like you said, you have your same job and you do all of this shit for 4 years. And then the problem is a new motherfucker will show up and then change everything. So now my next 4 years is so unguaranteed. Now I don't know what's going on. Now I'm scrambling. Now I'm selling sheetrock. It's like y'all niggas just be provoking the problems that we have and then highlighting, hey, it's a problem.
It's almost like if y'all not gonna do something for me, just promise me that shit ain't gonna change no more. Promise me that you just gonna. I was just about to say. Promise me that you gonna leave me out of whatever's finna happen next. If you're not gonna help me, and you're not gonna help me, it's too much for me to ask for you to help me. I get that.
It's too much me for you to help me.
Exactly. I completely get it. So
Which
it's
goes
like
back to abortion. If y'all stop letting so much mouths that need to be feed and so much cars that need to be driven, like y'all, they be making things based on projections, and they look at, oh well, babies are up around the pandemic. I think going into the pandemic, babies was down, and coming out of the pandemic,
Of course.
babies was up.
right.
That's all you got to do.
Right.
Anyway, right. Right? So you go, fuck, I forgot what the hell I was saying, trying to
Perfect.
shut that
I want to ask you a different question anyway.
Go ahead.
All right. So they say immigration wise, right? They say a whole bunch of people been coming into the country lately. What do you think about that with no knowledge? Because I have no knowledge. What do you think about that?
Man, I think a lot of things, man. And like one of the things I think is like America has always promoted themselves as the place to be, the place to risk your life to be. Right. And when you get here, a lot of times they realize how fucked up it is.
Right.
And people who are swimming in boats and fucking being delivered in trailers and all that type of shit, they got nothing to lose. So if I come out here, man, and I ain't got nothing to lose, I might just have to take a whole apartment complex hostage with some niggas. I might have to just punch people walking down the street and all that type of shit. You see what I'm saying? But then the flip side, when the government is positioning for whatever shit they got lined up to where they're giving them money and giving them things that they're not giving the people that are here. Come on, man. You know something lined up.
That's all I think. Like, I'm one of those people, because you know, like, the crazy white people, they be on this train, is that don't let them in. If you find them here, kick them out. Like, that's how I feel. And it's because I feel like that can't be good for me.
Here's what I feel. Let me finish. I've traveled, right? And I've been to places and see how fucked up places are. So when I see that, and I see, like, in America, like, they can do eat-out competitions where nigga got 1,700 hot dogs for a nigga to try to eat.
But the problem is we not going to stop that part of it. So when people come, they take from us, bro.
Hey. I know, right? The competition.
Yeah.
But there you go, presidents. How about y'all vote and say, hey, man, all this excess fucking
like they be saying, like, at the end of the day, like they gotta legally throw all the food away at, like, Dunkin' Donuts and shit. They can't, like, give it to people and shit. And they said because it make them liable if something happened. Like if they say it was a screw in here or it made me die or maybe this. And I was like, I get that. That makes sense. But there should be an easy law that y'all can write to say, hey, you gonna pick that food up from Dunkin' Donuts at the end of the night. You on your own.
Or you write a little log. You write a little NDA. Hey, yes, I'm getting these leftover Panera bagels, and I accept whatever comes with this Asiago cheese.
I swear, I accept shit. That shit gonna be like fentanyl all over.
But again, put some rules. Like, if you know a nigga, like, let's say somebody was chopping up a bagel, right? They cut their hand and they bleeding. They take the glove and all that. They put it in the garbage. Of course, there's bagels in that garbage, too.
Right.
Put a red rubber band around the bag.
No doubt. For real.
Hey, don't touch out the red rubber band, just like they do in the hospital. This is biohazard. Don't eat the bagels with the red.
Like, every night in the United States, there's more vacant hotel rooms than there are homeless people.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's just like, look, man, like, some of this stuff gotta fix itself, man. Like,
it can.
But I mean it in a way of, like, y'all gotta do the easy things. Like, some of the stuff is easy. Like you say, the excess is easy to eliminate, man. Like, like Pac said this. We can't live in a place, bro, where a nigga got $7 billion and it's a nigga sleeping on the street, bro.
I'm telling you, man.
We can't, bro. They can't be the same place, bro. And then on top of that, if you're gonna let people over here, you can't do something for them and do nothing for the niggas that been here that's laying on the street.
Because all you're doing is antagonizing them for them to now do something, and then the people who are receiving already ain't got nothing to lose. And when you give them money, now I got this money to lose. You ain't finna take it from me. So now, and that's what I think they brewing, motherfuckers. That's what they doing. They finna brew up a civil war, right? And it's
I
like,
think that's true.
if you do black versus white, you got too much people that mix and mingle.
Right.
So now you got to increase the color dynamic.
Yeah.
So now, if you got blacks beefing with Hispanics and you got whites beefing with Asians and all this different type of shit, now when the war starts, who gonna side with who? You know,
Look,
right
man.
now, black people think Mexicans or Spaniards on their side. But when they start beefing over, well, you got that money and I ain't getting my check and all that, you let these guala niggas get their money. I
Listen.
don't get my check. Big beef.
And it's also a big coincidence that they always make sure that black people and white people ain't never gonna get along. If black people and white people got along, more shit would get done.
Everything would be done. That's the two most powerful when it comes to numbers and when it comes to like position.
Who been here
quick-
the longest?
Position. You're quicker to find a white or a black man in charge of something than you would as you go down the ethnic line.
Yeah.
You're going to find less in charge.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's the same reason why Democrat or Republican. There's other people running in the presidency.
Oh,
but
for
them
sure.
The two numbers.
Yes.
That's the GOAT conversation.
I
so
agree.
it's like, man, this shit is a simple fix, man. Look, two regular niggas who out here grinding to get $1 are the same two niggas who clearly got more information to fix this country than the two
Bruh.
people up there arguing.
Like I say, bro, the simple thing, and you never hear nobody say this, is that we really do, like from a very simplistic, what is a problem we should solve here? It's literally, and you know I don't give a fuck about these people, it's literally the niggas that sleeping on the street. Like, I'm sorry, if you can't never speak on that, you don't give a fuck about the people in this country, bro.
Listen,
You
man.
can't. Because I don't give a fuck about them, but I'm not the president. The president should talk about
Yes.
the niggas sleeping on the street. But the niggas sleeping on the street ain't finna vote.
That's exactly, so they don't give a fuck about him. Fuck him and that street.
It's why they don't care about niggas.
If the nigga that owned the street come holler at me, I'll do something for him. I'll clean that shit
Oh,
up.
yes. But again, it's why they don't care about niggas, because we don't vote.
But we don't vote right. They always said this over the
No,
years.
we
Black
don't
people
vote.
The black people vote, man.
We the lowest turnout of every race every year.
That I understand, but they vote. So
And
don't
think about if you
disrespect-
came to this country brand new and they gave you money to come here. You gonna vote for them.
You gonna vote for who gave you the money, too.
And it's not disrespect. These are facts. We don't vote. That's a fact.
But what I mean is it's because we have no goal. They've said this all the time.
Me and you
Black
don't even
people
vote.
This is not about us. This is about America.
Exactly. This nigga, the fakest nigga on the internet, man.
We don't vote for like the same reasons that
Because you
we
don't
just
give me
said-
nobody to vote for.
Don't give me nothing. You don't give me nothing. Hey,
Exactly.
last time they asked us to vote on weed, we voted on weed. This
Yes.
time they're about to ask me to vote
No,
on
no.
weed, I'm going to vote
No.
on weed.
And you
But
don't
y'all
give us
niggas-
nothing, and we all vote the same. And you don't have to do nothing for it.
Exactly. That's my point.
And to me, I'm suspicious of that.
I keep trying to make that point, but
My
that's the
bad.
point. Black people don't have anything to vote for. Like, they ain't bringing nothing that's for black people that they stand up and say, hey, this is what we want, and if y'all give us this, y'all got our vote. No, it's just everybody split up. You know, oh, the light-skinned niggas voting for them, the niggas voting. It's
No,
like,
we
there's
all
no
vote
unity.
Democrat. We all vote Democrat.
Nah,
That's
man,
why they don't do nothing for
I
us.
know a lot. The reason I know a lot of black Republicans, chances are they're older, the ones I know, but it's because that's who black people used to vote for before. Black people used to only vote Republican before. And then I remember the nigga that
Without
switched it.
Googling it at all, I would bet any amount of money that 80% of black people vote the Democrat.
I'm not saying that's not true. I'm just giving you a little more information about they
But my point
started
is-
Republican.
If we gonna vote Democrat, why would they cater to us? It's like y'all don't vote, and I already know who y'all voting for. Why would I do something for y'all?
That's
It's,
that black
black
unity,
people
man.
don't
Black
think
people
for
need to-
themselves, bro.
They let somebody else do the thinking, and then when something go wrong, they blame them. See? That's why we shouldn't have let that dumbass nigga up there. So,
You know my new thing that I hate about niggas, bro? My new thing that I hate about niggas, bro, is that niggas think stuff like rap and like basketball and like football is black culture.
It's black escapism. That's how black people get to escape the harsh realities of their surroundings.
But it's not our culture, though.
What do you mean when you say that? I think it is our culture for the most part.
Like people like say like Vlad and Drake and them are like culture vultures, right? Like they still in our culture, right?
Yeah.
But like we sold our culture a long time ago. If that's our culture. You know what I'm saying?
A lot stolen too. You don't know where the stolen began and where the giving it.
Right. Yes. And yeah, and we continue to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Just because like our everything we do goes to the highest bidder, and then the highest bidder, you know, is a celebrity or whatever. And we worship the fuck out of celebrities. Black people worship the fuck out of celebrities, by the way.
It's the same reason why, like, even like in NBA 2K or in Fortnite and those games, they have like these emotes which are dances and shit. They charge you money to do those dances, but those dances were made by niggas. The dances were made by people, but that's what I'm saying. They can't even capitalize off of it. Yeah. Meanwhile, they
niggas are tools. We're tools for their culture. We're not tools for our culture. We're tools for their culture. Because everything that is tied to us is tied to something that a white person owns. Like if you say like rap music is our culture, niggas don't own no record labels.
Scooter Braun.
Fucking Interscope, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like how is that our culture when we don't own it? We let anybody come in and then we support it. Like phrases like yeah, exactly. We're not making no money off of it. And like phrases like invited to the cookout and shit exist. Like niggas are the nicest people in the world to everybody but niggas.
Oh, that is such a fact.
It's definitely a fact.
That's such a fact, man. And that's what pisses me off about niggas, though, man.
Yeah.
Like, niggas would... I sent you this Charleston White clip the other day, and it was when he was basically just breaking it down. Like, man, these white cops and these people of different races are killing our people in like some cold-blooded, nasty ways, and nobody got nothing to say. But then all they got to do is hear about somebody said they a fuck nigga or he don't take care of his kids, and he gonna risk it all to kill him in broad daylight because he feels disrespected. And he's like, man, that's why I don't care, because if I care, I got to do something.
Yes.
And nobody's willing to do nothing.
What he's saying, the first thing that you said, that's our culture.
Oh my God, that boy out here disrespecting and checking.
The second one should be our culture. Like you've heard me say this on the podcast 24/7. I was like, one of the ways that black people could solve all of our problems is that if we knew no other black people would ever do no harm to us. If we never did no harm to each other, we would solve all of our problems.
You said that many times.
Straight up. Like we should be the one race that don't never do nothing to each other.
And it's because we've suffered together for so long, man.
And it's like that's what they want us to do.
That's it. That's what we're here for. Stepping stone.
Yeah.
Oh wait, this nigga got a good idea. I'll buy it from him, and I'm gonna just he ain't know the potential I can get from this, and he'll be happy to get whatever I give him. Here I go, and that's like that's how you get. That's what people think our culture.
Yes, people think our culture is like nigga celebrities.
Yes. Meanwhile, our culture is inventing math and peanut butter and the stoplight and the iron. Like, all the things people use today. That's our culture.
Yes. Yes.
Black people's culture is creating.
Yes. Creating, straight up.
And the cracker culture is selling.
It's taking.
Yeah, acquiring and then selling.
It is. Straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. That's why they used to sell niggas. It's
straight
like, hey, I can sell you what he made, or I can sell you the nigga that'll make it.
Yeah, straight up.
Whatever he make, you own. That's why the wrench is for a white man, even though a black man invented the wrench. But what the fuck? A black man who's a slave can't go up to the fucking patent company and say, hey, man, I just invented this amazing tool. It's like, boy, where your papers? Who own you, nigga? Bring him up here.
I always say that. I've been saying that on the raw hype, too. Like, you ain't gonna get no credit for that.
You ain't getting no credit for that. But again, that's our culture. So when you say what you said and I try to say, no, it kind of is, I understand what you mean now.
Yeah.
This is
and if that's our culture, we should be embarrassed. Like, if rap music is our culture, we should be embarrassed. If football is our culture, then we should be embarrassed. Especially
when ain't no Jerry Joneses that's black.
Exactly. The niggas that's black is the niggas tearing their ACL. Exactly.
A nigga so black, he getting pulled over before the game.
And there was people saying that he was in the wrong. And I was just like, yo, it's crazy because y'all felt like he had an attitude or he was entitled. I said, when he was talking, he had his ID. right, in his hand. Tyreek only got to let his window down to show him his identification. He don't have to let his window down to talk to this nigga. So when you beating on my window and I'm telling you, hey, stop knocking on my window like you crazy, I'm in the right.
Absolutely.
I didn't do anything. It's not against the law to not want you to knock on my window. It's not against the law to roll up my window. It's not against the law to say, hey, man, why the fuck is y'all pulling me over? None of those things are against the law. So when y'all say he should have complied, what y'all mean is he should have obeyed. And that's not the same.
Buttons.
Yeah, that's not the same. They're not the same.
Anytime an incident like that occurs, what they want to occur is for the nigga to shut up and do what he's told.
Yes, they want obedience.
Yes, that's all they want.
Yes.
They don't want justice. They don't want fucking to be treated like a human. No. Oh, he pulled a nigger over? Well, what did the nigga do?
Exactly. Oh, he was driving fast. Tyreek thinks he doesn't have to drive slow. Tyreek thinks he's above the law. And it's just like, no matter what you think of Tyreek, did he break the law or not? Exactly. And the things that he broke the law for, he said, hey, man, give me my ticket so I can slide.
So I can go. I got a game to go to, sir.
Exactly.
I got
it's the first game of the NFL season, bro. Let me the fuck out of here.
But we live in a world where you got to think, what if that cop got money on the game and he tried to make it to where Tyreek don't show up to the motherfucking
Dude, that was literally the first thing that people were saying, bro. They was like saying that them nigga had the Jaguars defense in fantasy football. Like, I know how to help him out. I'm going to arrest Tyreek before the
You get no points now.
So it's like we do live in that world, but that's because money fuck up everything.
Which goes back to money that leads right back to these presidents out here, man.
Yeah, man, I ain't trying to hear it.
Is now violating someone's rights so he can make extra money on a gambling bet. So
this fucking cop slams Tyreek's head on the goddamn floor because he's got the Jaguars plus 3.5.
Yes.
All right?
Yes. That's the problem. Y'all out here worried about abortions, man. And I don't want to act as if abortion is not this big of a deal, man. But I am so sorry.
We've been talking about this for 8 years.
Right.
It's not an 8-year conversation. Yeah, I'm saying these same group of people. But we've been talking about it our whole lives at least. This is not a big enough topic to talk about first.
Not only if it's a big enough topic, clearly we're never going to come to an understanding if it has been going on for generations. Let's try to think something else first.
Yes,
dog.
no doubt. That's why I even agreed with Trump when Trump said, I'm just going to let the states handle it. Y'all nigga vote and do what the fuck y'all want to do. That's how I feel like it should be. Y'all vote on it.
So now y'all go worry and vote on who's y'all local people.
Exactly. Vote on
the rules that they got, because shit you can change.
If they vote in a way that you don't like, move. But don't make it to where the whole country can't do something. Don't make it to where the whole country can't do something. Do it by state. Because it's like that with weed. If you hate the weed illegal where you live, then move.
Move. But it's one of those things where if a bunch of people is moving out of your county or whatever based on the rules and stuff you have, at some point you're going to have to change some of your rules.
You're going to have to change. Exactly. And if they not, and people love it there, then cool. Y'all can take y'all asses there and go have all the babies you want in Wisconsin or wherever the fuck. They need to pick places like that, man. But yeah,
places that nobody go to. You know,
80% of the United States live on the east side. Pick a whole bunch of places over there where y'all can go and have all them kids. Like, hey, take y'all ass to the West Coast and go live in Arizona or something and have all them children.
That's how them people be having all that farmland. They don't want these abortion-wanting ass people to come in there.
You know, or shit, just roll the dice. All right, man, we finna do 25 states on, 25 states off, man. You don't like it, leave.
Rotating clock. It's like...
The first 3 months is legal in Texas. From April to June, it's illegal in Texas.
You need to have your abortions now if you want them. Because you want to wait to June. And I know you might be in 6 months by then.
Yeah, we don't play that. We don't play that shit in this damn country. But yes, bro, y'all need to do something to where niggas can just move around like...
If
80% of the people in the United States live on the east side of the United States, you can solve a lot of problems by just putting shit on that side and saying, if you want this, then go over there. If you want all drugs and prostitution to be legal, take y'all ass over there. All right.
They used to do it back in the day with the gold rush. They made it to where like everybody was heading west, I think, or something, because they thought they could find gold and mine for gold and shit. So they was giving incentives for people to go over there and do shit. Do it again.
I told you I was watching this documentary where it was saying that everybody in the United States can fit on an acre of land in the state of Texas. Yeah. And then when we be saying it's so overpopulated, it make me say some of these answers gotta be easy.
This is about the second or third time you done said this on this episode alone.
They gotta be, because if everybody's crowded in Dallas and everybody's crowded in New York, give us incentives to go over there.
Yes.
Because that's gonna spread some shit out and make it to where shit ain't so congested and make it where we ain't destroying part. And it's like, why don't the president talk about simple shit?
Everything goes down. Traffic goes down if everybody don't live here.
Yeah, why do all of us live over here? It makes no sense.
But also it's like there's no perks to living over there. You go
That's
live in
what I'm saying.
or something, and it's just cold as a fuck. But you ain't got like no snow bunny league or nothing to enjoy.
But give me 10 bands a year, I'll move there.
You gotta give me a little more than that.
I did. All right, 12. Give me a stack a month and I'll live there. Yeah, give me a stack a month and I will live there. It's the real estate gotta be cheap.
You get free hot dogs because we stopped hot dog competition. So now we have enough hot dogs to give all our residents a few packs of dogs per month.
But it's like, seriously, some of these answers have to be simpler than they're making them out to be, man.
They have to be, man. But my point is they don't want, that's the poison is they don't want it to be simple. They don't want it to function. They don't want it to be good. They want chaos and destruction. Oh, shit is looking nice. Let's bring some foreign niggas over here, give them reparations, and then let's see what happens. Niggas start taking over our complexes and shit. Them niggas over there like... It's getting interesting.
Last night, that nigga Trump said, there are people that are coming into this country and they're eating people's pets. There was going and taking people's pets. I was like, look, everybody was saying it wasn't true, and then people on the internet were saying it was true. And I was like, look at how dumb we are, man.
How dumb
look what
we
are talking about, bro. Look what we're talking about, man. And the fact of we so dumb that we don't even know if it's true or not. Because I laughed and was like, this nigga got to be crazy. But then when I go on the internet, there's people like, no, this is really happening. And I'm like, all right.
But it's like, why is shit like that real, man?
Because people say anything, bro. They don't talk about something that's real. Like, I seen the first question that asked Kamala last night that asked her, does she think the economy is better now than it was under Trump? And that bitch just started talking for 5 minutes. And I said, man, y'all don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, that sound like a bitch.
You know what I'm saying? But Trump is doing the same thing. I'm like, man, this is what politicians do. Exactly. Y'all niggas talk like bitches.
Bitch, exactly.
Like you so dumb, you're not finna know. Yeah, you so dumb that I'm not gonna answer and I'm gonna talk about how I feel and what I want to do. Like, man, y'all niggas whack.
Because I know it's timed and you can't re-ask me the same question.
Right.
I'm a filibuster.
Yeah, like, I really just had to come here. I don't really have to answer. I just really had to come here.
That shit is disgusting, man.
Yes, bro. And I don't understand why more people don't feel like, because you know, most people say, oh, it sucks on either side. Y'all say that, but y'all really be championing for one of these motherfuckers. I ain't championing for neither one of these motherfuckers. I'm really confused.
I get very confused.
Yeah, I'm like, this ain't the vibes to me, man.
And none of them talking about giving nobody nothing. So, man, I'm going to stay confused until it's time for the polls, man.
I don't walk off in that bitch and vote for that marijuana, though.
Oh, that's a fact. That's getting
I might leave y'all hoe ass niggas blank, man.
Blank. Y'all fill it in yourself, man. Do what y'all gonna do anyway.
Do what y'all was gonna do.
Y'all know who. Then this is what I'll be saying. Last, we're gonna end on this and get the fuck up out of here. They know who gonna win.
They do. It's been a dude.
This is a choice.
It's a dude that predicted the last 10 presidential nominees 100% of the time. And that shit was like over a 40-year span. And he said Kamala Harris going to win. And I said, I believe this nigga.
See, I never even gave it, I genuinely never even gave it thought as to who's going to win.
If we can bet on it, we betting, bro.
I was just about to say, man, look, this is the world we live in. Nigga got to see if we can get a presidential parlay.
Yeah. I give a fuck. I'll vote for that bitch.
Hey, this plus 250.
That bitch plus 12 electoral votes. but yeah, man, I don't care if I put money on it, and I'm sure we can. I think I'm gonna put some bread on it.
I'm pretty sure you can pay him.
Yeah, I think a stack, bro. I'm gonna put a stack on it, bro.
But see, man, I ain't even gonna say all that because, man, we ain't in control of shit. But I'm saying, like, you gotta not think of like. First, you got to think of who's going to get in. And then when they get in, you got to think of the repercussions of who's in now. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's like... And then that's even worse for if the person that get in is the person you didn't want to get in for your reasons. And then shit start happening. It's fair. You know? Is it fair for this person to decide they want to tax... all niggas that burn grass, right?
Yeah.
And not burn grass. Y'all vote the motherfucker in because I didn't vote for him. Y'all vote them in, and now I'm being taxed on grass, and I must just be a happy fucking American.
You're right, because everything that Donald Trump said was going to happen when Joe Biden became president happened. But then they got lucky because that nigga ain't running no more. But he was like, this going to happen, this going to happen, this going to happen, this going to happen, and all that shit happened, and it was all bad.
It's always all bad. I ain't never saw or heard of a good thing occurring because somebody's a president now.
Never. I've never heard, like, they get to the debate and they be like, look, I ain't gonna lie, bro, you did good over the last 4 years.
You was cooking?
Listen, that's how confident I am in me. I'm gonna do an even better job than you did, and you did your thing. I've never heard nobody say that.
Which is also right. I always feel like the reason I don't like things like this is because they're all staged.
Yes.
Right? I feel like if you a real motherfucker and you having real conversations or that's why I like niggas like Charleston White. If you're serious about certain things, man, you gonna say things in a frustrated manner.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, man, I don't give a fuck about these bitches. If a nigga go up there and say, so, Mr. Rebel, what's your feeling on abortion? Man, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit right now. Look, listen, that shit's a problem that we need to worry about. But right now, man, niggas is broke. I got a bunch of niggas I know, a bunch of gentlemen that I know who is in the financial sector that still can't, man. Like, you need to talk like a real person, man.
Yes,
with
bro.
all this fucking misleading jargon y'all are using.
Yes, bro.
Well, the numbers are up 17%. Don't tell me that. Say, hey, you ain't noticed there's more Pizza Huts opening up or there's more local centers opening up? That's because of the money we put in the economy. Don't tell me nothing about no 7 points and 4% and all that dumbass shit. Speak like a regular motherfucker. When
I gotta go to work.
He don't tell me, I gotta go to work.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, in that way, like, I don't have time to become a politician, a connoisseur, to know all these terms. Like, explain this. Like you was about to say, when people trying to sell you something, they sell it to you in stuff that have to do with you. When they come in here and say, hey, man, I can clean this right up right here for you, bro. I can clean that off your shoe. Now, I can fix that on your windshield. Now, if you do this, you'll save on your gas bill. They don't just start talking regular shit and say, all right, nigga, you want it? Like, nigga, you didn't say nothing about me. Why would I want it?
How you use regular things and I went to weed. That nigga pull up with your weed and a PlayStation cover in a bag and shit. It's like, nigga, you love PS5? Yep. Nigga, you know when you get high when you're playing a game and then you forget what button you're supposed to press? Yeah, this'll make you do it. I got this for $25, my nigga. You want it? Sell me something like a human being, man.
Like a human being. Like how you said, like, hey, that's a problem, but hey, man, we struggling out here.
We struggling out
here. They
here.
don't never be like, look, I get it, man. I got 5 million. I ain't hurting. You know what I'm saying? But I understand my people is hurt. They be trying to act like they're one of us.
And that be the most disrespectful part. Y'all niggas don't know nothing about what niggas out here doing, man. My fucking bitch fucked her leg up and she's still dragging her ass to a second job.
Y'all don't know that.
Out here. Y'all don't know nothing about that.
Y'all don't know that.
And y'all fucking talking, and then you talking about like health care and all that shit. A bitch will fall and hurt herself at the job and then gotta ring it because this shit costs so fucking much and you can't do shit about shit. And then you're gonna be mad if she's not a productive person in society.
Right. Got you asking questions and shit like you the boss. You think you can still work? But that's how the manager treat you and shit.
Been home for 2 weeks now, which means you ain't getting the next check. So
we didn't miss one whole check. Hopefully it was in between pay weeks where you get 1 week of check and 1 week of check on the next one, goddamn.
Hopefully they between two.
That's how you know some broke nigga talk.
I'm getting paid for at least 4 days.
Like I'm telling you, nigga,
Pay period ended on a Thursday.
I started my second job the other day, nigga. They was at the beginning, nigga. They talking about the company and shit. They're like, do y'all got any questions? People was like, yeah, so like, is our first check gonna be a full 2 weeks? Like, all the questions was about money. They were like, I ain't filled out no direct deposit. I ain't did this, I ain't did that. And I said, as inappropriate as their questions are, that's what we here for, man.
It's not inappropriate because that's what we here for.
Yes, bro.
The only reason people get a job is to get paid at the end of the job.
If you want to sell me on a company, that's what you should start off with. Hey, y'all gonna get y'all first check this month.
And other people, they hold that first week in the hole. Now we giving y'all the first 2 weeks. First week on us.
You know what I'm saying? And then the people ask a question. They're like, well, is that check gonna be a whole check or just 1 week? The person that was the trainer, that's a transgender. The trainer was like, I think it's gonna be a whole check. Nigga, you need to know this. Yeah. You need to know this shit for sure. Yeah. But I didn't talk about my trainer at one point, man. We're going to have to make a video, man.
Yeah, we're going to do that separately.
Yeah, man, when they ain't behind me listening.
I know, right? Because we still got to talk about men, man. Because you know how last episode we went off on them women.
We didn't really talk about Rich Homie.
No. We do it like how the Raw Hype do it, man. We say R.I.P. to him and we weave it into a bigger
because
problem.
It's like, what can we say that haven't already been said?
What can you already say, man? Shout out Rich Homie. Rich Homie has some I don't love how Rich Homie don't get the same credit as Young Thug when they both provided that sound that has dominated Atlanta.
Me and my daughter was talking about this yesterday about Rich Homie, right? We were saying the thing about Rich Homie is, one, you just had to be there for Rich Homie, and people like Rich Homie always die, bro. Like that person that you didn't appreciate properly when they was here, and they not on your mind like that. They like the back of your mind, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause he's young, 33, 34, and it's just like, people like Rich Homie is always, I was like, it's never like Drake. It's like a Rich Homie. You know what I'm saying? A guy that you just didn't appreciate him the way that you were supposed to appreciate him, and then he gone and you look back and you say, that. To me, there's no debate. You know me, I be on some other shit. He was always a million times better than like a Young Thug to me. I listened to Rich Homie 100 million times more than I listen to Young Thug.
But you got introduced to Rich Homie through him and Young Thug when they both had Rich Guy.
I think so too. Yeah, I do think that's when I got introduced.
And it was that sound, and everybody gave the credit to Young Thug as if
my peeps back.
All right, man. We were out anyway, man. So R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, I'm got
Keep it.
I don't know how you raw hype, but we raw hype responsibly.
Ooh.